Is it working? I don't know. Hi. Hello and welcome to the library. I hope that you are doing very, very, very good today. I'm losing it. Don't worry about me. Had a very, I don't know, nervous day. I was thinking obviously about this stream. I tried to, change my mind, doing my Japanese, doing things. I don't really know if it helped. It's so nice to be here again. Has been 2 weeks, right, since the last stream. An unexpected break. And I had to do a lot of things in the meantime, but here we are again. So I was not lost in the, near the riverbanks. I was not lost in my house. I was in the library. You are in the library. And this will be a very chill stream. I haven't planned anything, out of this world. This is not like a big redebut like people might do for their models. I just want to talk to you. I just want to spend some time with you and try to talk a little bit about what we'll do in the future with the model, but also like on the stream. So this is also my birthday, which is just it was a nice thing to do. I think like when I had the first estimate delivery date for the model, this was like after my birthday, so it was just out of question. But we're in the situation where we can do this, and if you know me a little bit, you might know that my kamiyoshi is Hoshimachi Suise-san, and she did the same thing. She actually slotted her debut in 2018 at the same time as her birthday, and I am walking in the steps of my kamiyoshi, I guess. Thank you for the wishes. Again, like this is a pretty tranquil birthday as well. So yeah, we are obviously beginning with the 1.0 model because you're glad I'm born. I guess I am too, maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm glad to be here today at the very least. We are using the 1.0 model because I want to play a little bit more with it. This is not, the last time, but kind of the last official time we are using this model. So it felt nice, I guess, to use it. I will say I've been playing a lot with the 2.0 lately, so it's a bit weird to go back to the 1.0. This is not a bad model at all. I do enjoy this PNG. I really, really, really do. But yeah, you'll see just after, I think. I've shared like a few previews and stuff like on Discord and on Blue Sky. But yeah, the real thing is pretty nice. There might be some piano also at some point. If I'm not completely losing it, if I'm not completely shattering because of nervousness, I might do some piano. I did learn a piece normally for today. I think it's okay. I think I'm pretty happy with it. But like if my nerves are just too insane, then we'll skip the piano. I don't know yet. But yeah, thank you for the wishes. I do hope that you are doing well. This is kind of a crazy day also. Like in France. Maybe we don't want to talk about that like in my Redebut stream, but like there's the fall of the government. Like right now, it started like I think 5 minutes earlier, the vote to oust the prime minister. So good birthday, I guess. Last day of the green eye Miyabi. Yes, it's true, it's true. I chose to change that a little bit because I don't know. You will eat my nervousness. I do appreciate that a lot. I need my, you know, personal tapir and stuff, kind of like eating my negative emotions and all. Yeah, do I want to talk about a little bit of what happened before we start doing this? I don't know. I don't have a lot to talk about. I was doing like a lot of work for the stream and for like other projects on the channel, so we'll talk about that like a bit later. I don't know. I'm so nervous right now. Sorry. Like normally, you know, it's so funny because again, like nothing too crazy has been planned for today, so I shouldn't be afraid. I shouldn't be nervous. But I guess it's just like unavoidable. And I don't know. We have been streaming like, you know, for what 7 months, something like that. I should be used to this, but it seems that I am not. Like I feel like I haven't been this nervous for like so long. So it's pretty funny. I think like we have talked enough for like everyone to be here. To be here today, you know, I wanted to do like a little buffer of like 10-20 minutes to be able to wait for like everybody, avoid the ads and stuff. But I think we should be good. Why be nervous when you can be cool? I don't know. I'm not cool. I'm shy. Did someone say Tapir? Yes. Oh, I was thinking of so many things about Tapir, but like maybe we should talk about that like another day. I've been very crazy. Like a lot of things also happen in my personal life. Not a lot of things, but like I'm going through it is what I mean. Like I was working a lot. I was so busy, and also like I was not don't worry too much about that, but like I was not in the best mental state possible for reasons. And I don't know, just being here, even though I'm very nervous, I think it's helping like a lot. But yeah. You subscribed for 6 months in advance? But here one, are you absolutely crazy, Sky? Thank you so much. I will say again, I changed also, like if you check like below the stream, you can see that I changed a little bit like the layout and stuff and things. Don't feel forced. Don't feel forced to like subscribe if you cannot, if you don't want to, but like it's appreciated. I appreciate that a lot. Sky, thank you very much. Nervousness can also signal that it is something that you care about. I do think it's the case. It's like part of my mind was like, the people that will come here today will mostly be, you know, the people that I know. Like I know everyone in the chat right now, and I know I shouldn't be nervous. Like it's not that I'm doing that, you know, in front of like hundreds of strangers, but still. Again, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sky. Take your time. You've been amazing so far. Don't see how that will change now. I mean, I don't think it will change. I think like at the very least we'll just do like more insane projects and stuff. But yeah. Okay, enough yapping. You know, I do enjoy being yappy, but sometimes we need to, you know, jump in the bath. We just need to go for it. So by the way, no, we'll talk about that a bit later. Okay. I don't know. I don't have like anything crazy to say, so let me just disappear for one moment. You cannot see me anymore. I'm in the backstages and behind the camera, by the way. So now, if it's not working, I will literally lose my mind. This stream was short. It was very short. Wait. Oh my god. Hi. Hi, hello, and welcome to the library. This is me, and I changed the color of my eyes. This is crazy. Oh my god. Object permanence, there is no permanence of vision here. Hi, I hope that you're doing very, very, very well. Who am I? I don't know. This is me, but like a new me. Little steps, yes. Hi. Oh, no, I'm so self-aware because like you can see everything that I do. You can see when I'm, smiling and stuff, and I'm not used to that at all. This is crazy. Okay. Doing something you're passionate about comes with a degree of vulnerability, so it's understandable being nervous about it. This is very true. My chat is very wise. Very, very, very nice. Okay, so hi. I don't exactly know what to say, much more than that, because apart from like the model, I haven't changed that much. Oh no, and now you can see when I'm turning my head to like look at the chat, it's so bad. Big ear gang. I love the movement of the ears. They are just always moving. I love it so much. I kind of like told that like already, but like for the past 2 weeks, I've been like looking at my ears so much. I was like literally hypnotized by them. I'm very, very happy about that. I'm very happy about like the liquid also, liquid eyes that I have, but we'll check like a little bit like in detail in a few moments. But yeah, before we begin, let me. Oh my god, you can see when I'm turning my head. This is so weird. I cannot hide anymore. Oh my god. Let me check because I prepared like something. So, yeah, there will be like a sort of like upgrade of the channel in the, let's say, medium long term. I want to commission more artists to have more things. So you'll have like changes like new, I don't know, profile pictures. There will be a new off-screen picture as well. There will be so emotes, there will be other things that I want to commission. Those will come at some point when I have both the funds and also like I can like commission the artists that I want to commission. Like I'm putting kind of like very high standards about like what I want, about the aesthetics that I want. So like, for example, I have like one piece that is commissioned right now, but like the artist is very busy, so you won't see that until October or something like this. So right now I can only show you, talk about my dear artist. You can see that, like I'll put that in here. So Bergtrell did the art and the rigging for this particular model. Very, very nice artist. Please, follow them if you enjoy the art style of this particular model. I think it was like amazing working with them for a few months. Very open, and I'm very happy about the model, as you can probably imagine. So feel free to give them a follow. I think they are on the Cursed Twitter website, but they're also on Blue Sky, and you can find them elsewhere. They do like VTuber models, but also like illustrations, and I want an illustration from them at some point, but I know that they are not available until next year, I believe. So yeah, that's it for that. I'll leave that like a little bit more. Yeah, commissions, it will come slowly. I know that emotes is probably the most important thing to follow the model right now, especially as I have this new look that is now kind of like permanent. I have an artist in mind for emotes, so you will have some emotes maybe by the end of the year. I don't really know exactly when I can start commissioning them, and I think they take quite some time to like deliver the project. I really love their art style, so you know, by the end of the year, surely emotes on this channel. Trust or don't trust me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Before we begin, we continue yapping, I would like to go there. Okay, so this is like a new scene also that I'll use, like, I don't know when exactly. I'm thinking about like, we'll talk about that a bit later, but the video, maybe the video about fishing will be in this scene. I don't know exactly. So we are here just to take a look at the model, because I want you to be amazed by like the level of detail from this model. I want to emote with Miyabi emoji. Suntiem. Trust the library for serious topics. I mean, to be fair, there will be like more serious topics than before in the library, but we'll talk about that like just a bit later. I think like I'm not like focused right now. I'm not structured. I keep saying like we'll talk about that later, and we are not like progressing. Okay, I mean we have like a few hours, so I shouldn't stress too much. We can take our time. Okay. Let me go to the like VTube studio. Okay. You are here, and now I can show you things. So let's start from the bottom. Oh my god, this is so sacrilegious. You shouldn't be able to see the feed. This is too much. This is probably too much for on the internet. My artist was going a bit too hard with the feet, I'm afraid. I can remove the shoes, but like I will not do that like on stream. I'm sorry. But yeah, I want you to enjoy like how nice like this, let's call it a skirt, is, the level of detail. Can you look at those like reflection here? It's marvelous. We went for like a pseudo gradient, as you can see, like from white to like a sort of like deeper blue. I'm very, very happy about what we're doing here. Walking barefoot in the library has been torment bad. I mean, normally I wouldn't mind, but I think I know I've seen my model without like the shoes, and it's like, because I do enjoy being barefoot, I'm Asian, so obviously I do enjoy being barefoot. The problem is, we're on the internet. This is too much. I think my artist was cooking a bit too much, and it's a bit embarrassing, I think, for myself to show you like the feet. So I will stay with my shoes, I think. But yeah, you can see also if I move like a little bit, like the kind of like physics of the belt, and I love that like very, very, very much. Barefoot redeem for 1 million points, maybe one day, maybe for the anniversary stream in January. We'll see. I don't know yet. Okay, so that's basically the skirt. I really, really like the color scheme. I mean, I say that I'm literally the one that chose the color scheme, so of course I'm happy with it. But yeah, the WoW redeem is, I mean, soon we will, unfortunately for me, have like the WoW stream, right? Like you're so close to it. Okay, so the skirt you can see is very, it starts white, and I really, really like this. I really like the transition. I love the belt, but we'll see like what is under a bit after, because I do enjoy like this, let's call it a jacket. I do enjoy it very, very much. So we kind of went for like, I talked about that obviously, we went for like traditional / modern fusion outfit, and I really love the asymmetry of the model. You can see the jacket being like tucked only from one side, and the length is kind of like asymmetrical as well. It's so nice. It is so nice. Let's call it jacket. Diluted her outfit for non-Asians, by the way. So true, so true. What can I say? But yeah, I do love it, and so my artist chose to they kind of like proposed that to me very early in the design, like even in the very like early stages of the design. My artist was like, what do you think about like a transparency gradient? I heard something about the right of bare feet. We are not talking about feet in this chat. I think it is very cursed, but hi, Rani, I hope that you are doing very, very, very well. So yeah, so we started with like this color. You can like see that it's like clearly milder than like the previous model. We went for like a sort of like pale jade, which I really, really like, I think. And then we went for some kind of like transparency, and you can see it like beginning near, you know, the waist. And it goes like half transparent like below. And I really, really love like the effect that it's giving to the entire outfit. And yeah, and under that I have a blouse that I'll show you like in a bit. Extremely well done. I'm so happy about it. Like my model, this model is crazy, and my artist was crazy. So you can see also like the blouse. I really love, that's what I wanted in my specifications. I wanted a sort of like Mandarin collar because I think it's giving like a very nice formal look. And I'm really, really happy about the design, and especially like the, you know, accessories, sort of like collar accessories. I think they look very nice, and they give like a right amount of weight to like the front of the design. So very, very good. Before we like play a little bit about like with expressions and such, I also want to show you like below the jacket, because I can remove it. So let me do that. This is scandalous. This is absolutely scandalous. So I can remove the jacket, and you have like this very scandalous blouse with the shoulders being visible. It's, I don't know what to say. This is really, really crazy. This is very funny because when we were in the design part of the model, live shoulder reveal, who can believe that? In the library, so like in the design part of the commission, my artist like proposed several designs for the blouse, because we wanted something a bit more modern. So like the jacket is pretty traditional, and we wanted like the modern part to come from the blouse. And there were several like design that were proposed, but like I do enjoy like showing the shoulder a little bit. But on the previous design, this was crazy. Like the shoulders were kind of like covered, and basically like the window would like highlight the armpits, and I was like, this is crazy. Like this is crazy. You cannot like focus on the armpits. You need to make like the window like bigger to grab the entire shoulder, because people will go crazy if you just go like for the armpits. So that was like very, very funny. Speaking of that, like I think, you know, I had to talk about with my artist like several times. I think we changed it 3 times. The size of like the bust, the breast, because it was just too big. It was like too big. And I was like, you cannot do that. We cannot have something that big on stream. This is not the vibe of the library. And so we did change like twice in the early sketch part, and then we had like to change it again when he started doing like the render. because I told him this is not possible. We need to get that down. I feel like uncomfortable, you know, having boobs that big. We haven't seen Miyabi's face for 10 minutes. I think it's like, you know, what I plan to do. Shoulders, yes, Rosa, shoulders, and hi, I hope that you're doing very, very well today. The artist was cooking a bit too hard to the sun. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, at first on the sketch, I was like, this is probably all right. And I sent him like specific, you know, references about what I wanted. Like I sent him like references from people wearing hanfu, but I also like send references about, you know, people just with a bra so that he could like check the exact size of what I wanted. And adjust. And even with those like early references, we had like to tone down like a little bit more because it was like insane. Like the final, you know, the part just before the final render, this was crazy. I was like, I'm sorry to do that like so late, but we can't do this. I understand now why you promote this artist. A true connoisseur of internet culture. You have to go against the flow. I mean, that's kind of like that's kind of the thing, you know, because like he was like working with a lot of other VTubers, and I wanted this artist because I saw like one model that was very, very classy, very, you know, evening dress, very subtle, very elegant design, and I was like, this is really what I want. But then I checked like his other design, and like obviously what he's doing the most is like crazy, you know, average VTuber. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Crazy VTuber design. So I do understand why he went for that, like as a sort of like, you know, basic design, but I was like, yeah, we need to change that a little bit. And so you can see obviously like the ornaments in the waist at the belt. I really love that a lot. So my artist came with the ornaments with the jewelry. I gave like literally no indication here. I was like, you can just cook, and if it's nice, I'll tell you, and that's basically it. I really, really love how sparkly it looks. You cannot eat my belt. I'm sorry. I do understand you want to eat Pokemons, you want to eat rocks, but you cannot eat the jewels here. Not edible. I'm sorry. You can eat me though, perhaps. What? But yeah, I really love like the color scheme. The blue beets do look tasty, to be honest. Don't eat the beets, please. Oh my god. But yeah, and I do love also like a lot the way the belt is tied here. I really love this kind of like knot. I don't do this when I oh, this is oh, I was like, this is Ma. Interesting. Hi. What emoji is that? Why is it emojiing me? I don't understand Twitch. It's like when you are doing an emote, it will automatically transform into the Twitch emote. If we eat Miyabi, we can eat the beads, win-win. Yeah, probably, I guess. Evil, but hi. I hope that you're doing very, very good today. Yeah, so this is not when I wear this type of like clothes in real life, by the way. When I wear my hanfu, I don't do this knot because like it's a bit annoying to do every time. You have to be like very particular, but I really like how it goes here. And again, I don't know, it sways so like magnificently, so I'm really happy about that. One thing that I really enjoy also is like the sort of like peach gradient, the pink peach gradient like at the edge of the sleeves. I love that very much. We went for like some puffy sleeves. And hi Cyber on the YouTube chat. I love how they look. The first iteration of the sleeves were like a bit more puffy than that, and I was like, this is probably a bit too much. So we kind of like reduce the puffiness, and I think it's like looking very, very good. Also, like, can you look at this hand? I love hands, by the way. Although I cannot do anything with those hands. The gradients in this palette go really hard. I'm really thank you. Oh my god, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Wordsmith Pico. Can I hold your hand? I don't know about that, but bluish pink orange tones go so well together. I do agree. Like, I was really happy about it. Again, I do understand, you know, it's my birthday. Maybe this is not very, you know, marketing savvy. I know it's my birthday and stuff. Don't feel forced to do anything, you know. It's okay. We're just here to have fun and to talk to each other. But yeah, I really like the peach aspect. Part of me wanted to go like for some sort of like, you know, cherry blossom pink, but I feel like peach was a bit more apropos with this particular model, especially with like the blue tones of like the blouse and the skirt, but also like with the, you know, slight jade green from the jacket. I wanted to topple capitalism for your birthday, but I guess it is not needed anymore. I mean, you know, we take our wins sometimes, and sometimes we take other wins. We can still do that for fun. We'll do that like in the next few days. Don't worry about it. Like, we are back in, you know, normal schedule. I mean, we'll talk about the schedule later. Okay, so now is the time for me to show you my face, by the way. And this is when I get like very nervous because you can see me. Thank you, Rosa, for the gifted sub to May. This is very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so now I can look you very, very closely. I have a face. Happy birthday. Thank you. The subbers. And no, I have the pressure because I don't have emotes for you yet. Not yet. You look gorgeous and beautiful today. Thank you. Okay, so I'm getting so embarrassed, and you can see that like I'm embarrassed. This is so cooked. Oh my god. Yeah. So we kind of did a slight redesign of the model. The laurels, yeah, some things we can like remove, and we'll play a little bit about like what we can remove, just to show you like the rest. So I did change the eyes, obviously. She has 3 badges, she's crazy. So the eyes I like green, but I think like with this particular like color palette, the amber golden, dirty golden eyes were like very, very pretty. And I wanted to go for it. If you do know Honkai Star Rail, you might recognize those eyes a little bit. Make May a mod so she can have 4 plus 2. Plus 2, by the way. You know it's Fushuan. Did I talk about that like in the Discord, or did you recognize that it was Fushuan immediately? She lose a VIP badge. Oh, you cannot have both. Okay. Does it? I mean, we can try. Like, I mean, I don't mind making you like a mod. Like, at some point we'll have like too many mods, but at the same time, who cares? Can you type? Normally you should have your new privileges, by the way. You do love food. But yeah, those are like full shrine eyes, and I'm really happy about that. I think like the okay, so you lose VIP, and you gain like the sword. +2 to May being a mod was just stating that it would happen. I mean, unless like you don't want the sword, May, I'm happy to leave you the sword, you know? I give swords a +2. Yeah, the purple is so good. And what I really like about the purple... you want the diamond? Okay, let me... how do I remove like... How do I remove like your mod status, by the way? Can I do that? Is it just like /unmod? Yeah, it's /unmod, okay. Yeah, thank you. Mod forever, by the way. You're like trapped in the stream, you have to be a mod. Okay. Okay, normally you should have your diamond back. This power is so... Oh, but like you lost... Oh my god, I need to VIP you again then. Okay. Now you have your diamond back. Can you do so to cut stuff too big to eat into eatable sizes? I fear that May is just munching everything. Okay, so yeah, the purple is very nice, and especially like I can be like a little bit angry, and then you won't see the purple, and it's just like angry golden eyes. But yeah, I like those eyes a lot. That was like the first thing I wanted to redesign with this model. And the second thing was like redesigning the hairstyle a little bit, because the 1.0 model did not have like the design that I wanted. Being painted too hard face, true, but like I need to like change like a few. I need to change like a few expressions as well. Like this is things that I need to stream a little bit more to be able to like gauge the type of faces that I need to do to be able to, you know, create specific expressions like on stream. I have to, you know, work very hard to like put off facial expressions, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, the hair, I just like, you know, the straight fringe, the way it's flowing, the way it's like it falls like a little bit in the shoulder here. I think it's very nice. So yeah, I don't know. The inspiration for the hair was like a fan art from like Aglia. Did you adjust your parameters to your face? A little bit, but like I still need to change a little bit of, you know, some settings. Especially I think I need to change or like create like triggers to be able to do like a sad expression. I think like with the current way it's like set up, it's pretty hard to be sad right now, so I need to change that a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy about like the hair as well. I think like there's nice dynamics and contrast. I really like that. And well, the ears obviously, they move so much. They move so much. I didn't know it was possible to be like that hypnotized by ears, by the way. I really spent too long watching them in the past like 2 weeks. They just move when I, you know, my head is like falling to the side, tilting. They kind of like drop, but only on one side. It's making me a little bit crazy. The fluff reminds me of those like bunny tails you can add to your keys or bag as a keychain. I had exactly the same thought, I think a few days ago. And I was like, this is actually like very good. I really like the fluffy part. I think it's like really, really fluffy, and I'm really happy that my artist went for that amount of fluffiness, because I gave like basically no indication for the ears. I was like, you can just cook, and I'll tell you if I'm happy. And they went with that like immediately, and I think it's very nice. And yeah, we added some laurel to give like a little bit of contrast also, like to the head. And I think I can remove things, but like you'll see that it's very, very weird. Let me play a little bit before we play with like expressions and stuff. Don't make me a bag. Are you crazy? Oh. Oh no, you can see when I'm drinking now. This is so bad. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so we can remove, I think, I can't remember my hotkeys. Okay, so we can remove like the laurel crown, but you can see that it's like, it doesn't work. I think it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's too, maybe the head is a bit too round and it needs like something more in here to, bring the design together. It's just like too empty. There's no hair, and like it's too plain also color-wise, because the ears are obviously the same color as the hair, so it's a bit weird. And I have an ear toggle also. I think it's here. Look at how strange this is. I'm just round. I think this is the problem. I'm just too round. Like it. Somebody just ate my ears. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. There's a redeem idea. Human. It's just so weird. I feel naked. I feel naked. And also like there's way less movement. I think it's so weird. I just don't like it. Give the ears back. May just nibble at my ears. Oh my god. That's a redeem idea. Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. I collect them. As a trophy, what are you doing with them? Okay, so I can have my ears back, and I think it looks like way more natural, way more natural. I know like this side is like my better profile here, because I have less hair in the way. I was a human all along. No, I was not. I was not. In my lore, was always like a kitsune that came like from another world to study like humans, to study like the earth and what you do in this planet. Okay, so now we are here for the very crazy part. It's a magic toggle to go undercover. So true, so true. Let me... Okay. Oh, look at those eyes. Like... A few years ago, I think, when I started seeing like those type of eyes, I was like, I'm not sure about them, People going for like this sort of like liquid feeling when you're closing, opening your eyes. But I think it really grew on me. I really love how they are like, yeah, wobbling a little bit. Always human, always beautiful. Oh my god, I will blush. Lava eyes. I just love them so much. They sparkle so much. Yeah, something like that. I could zoom like a little bit more, I guess, to really showcase the eyes. Let me change that one. Wait, I need to make it like bigger. Yeah, it looks like a sunset. But this is the thing, like you shouldn't focus too much on the eyes or the ears, especially during the lectures. Like, it's like, don't attend the lectures just like, to fawn over your teacher. You're here like for the content of the lesson, not the teacher, right? Surely. Okay, we can do like interesting faces also. Wait, let me do something. Let me do something. Teacher, I got lost in the lecture. I hear a voice, but I cannot focus. Is something going on? Oh, you like the sparkle in the eyes? I do like it as well. Sorry, no, I'm too self-conscious. Okay. So wait. I will not do that. I will not do that often. This is really because it's a debut. You will not see this face often. So pay close attention. You'll be good for me, okay? This is too much. This is too much. This is too much fun. You won't see that often. This is not the vibe of the library. So enjoy when it lasts, you know, while it lasts. Okay, so we can do that. I can like scold you. You've been very, very bad today. The vibe of the library, yet she had them made for my defense. In my defense, this was like free and included in the model. I only ask for like the teary eyes. Why are you defending yourself? I don't see anyone complaining. I mean, I feel embarrassed. Okay, and then I can play the yandere a little bit also. You'll come to the lecture, right? Surely you'll come to the lecture. You won't skip class today, right? For me? When you read something, you're happier not knowing. Very true. Very true. So yeah, we can do, you know, interesting things with those. I'm watching you. What I mean now is that like I can watch you and you know that I'm watching you. Like I think very soon you'll see me turning my head and it's like, oh, she's looking at chat. She's looking at chat and she's like, ah, those people are crazy. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, there's like a lot of things we can do. We can play here like for half an hour, but is it really what we want to do? I don't know. And so for like a more holistic look of the model, let me be smaller again. She's on the table. I'm on the table. Hi. Welcome to the library. Yeah, I think like in terms of like overall like design, there's such a great balance. I really love how there are gradients everywhere, and they finish by like very, you know, stronger colors at the extremities. So the extremities of the skirt, but also like you have the belt, you have like the sleeves. Everything is like very soft, but at the same time, there's this kind of like intensity that I do enjoy a bit. It kind of reminds me of a fish, funnily enough. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Your outfit is so pretty. Thank you, thank you. Floating, Miyabi. I'm floating, yeah. So yeah, I really like this model. I think it's like very, very nice. And even, you know, like I think the jacket is doing a lot of work here. But even without, it still is nice because it blends like so, I think, elegantly the gradient from like, you know, light blue to like dark blue. It's like very, very pretty, I think. And hi, Kelly. I hope that you are having a good day, that it was not too hard teaching today. But yeah, it's very scandalous. I will say, like the shoulders, it's very, very scandalous. I'm kind of like losing it, to be honest. You shouldn't expect to see them like too much, because even I get embarrassed seeing my shoulders. I often think about fish as well. Don't worry about it. I mean, you know, I will be honest, like I do think about fish like every day. I cannot stop thinking about fish. I'm going mad. With this floaty pose, we need a Miyabi ghost of the library. Oh, you're so right. You are so right. We need to do that. It's like when she's not in the library, she's still here as a ghost, and she will watch like you. She will watch you when you're studying in the library, like at 11 p.m. What about 6 a.m.? No, at 6 a.m., like even Miyabi ghost should sleep probably. You like the ears and the hair. I'm very glad to, you know, to hear that. Like I'm hypnotized by my own model. I can't do this anymore. Okay, that's basically it. Or do I have like other things that I can show with this model? Not really. I mean, again, there's like a toggle for like, you know, removing the shoes. You will not see that. You'll not see that. Maybe it will be like an anniversary toggle in January, but like no feet right now. No feet in the library. That would be too naughty, probably. Oh, you can see me drink. I can't. I need to hide. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's basically it. So let us go back to the chatting. The chatting scene. And I need to be also. When is the fishing beach episode? I mean, there will be like we will talk about that like in a moment. About the fishing video. And I think like this is as an anime trope. I mean, I have like outfits that are planned. You know, I will probably like have outfits for every birthday, probably. A fishing outfit is not like on the back burner for now. I'm very, very sad to say. I won't. I won't. I can like put like, you know, a PNG maybe of like a fishing outfit like on top of my model maybe, and we can like play pretend. But you're so needy. You're so needy with fish. You know, I'm not exactly a fishing fan. It's just like I kind of like studied a lot of fishing by osmosis because I'm working on rivers. It's not like a choice. Women love me, fish fear me. Fishing outfit should be priority number one. I mean, the first outfit that I want to get like next year, I'm sorry to say this is a maid outfit. I need a maid outfit. You know, I need to live my fantasies to the fullest. So I need my maid outfit. Sorry. And I want like another outfit at some point, but like I want like a detective outfit. So, you know, fishing outfit or fishing like accessories, well, we'll talk about props, we'll talk about them at some point, but I'm sure we can like make do with like random stuff that we find on the internet and just add them like on the model very, you know, widely. Again, like, you know, so many things I want to do with this model, so everything will come in time. Let's talk a little bit about what we are doing like in the following. Oh no, do I want, okay. Question for you. I give you like the choice. Today you have the choice. So either we talk right now about the projects of like the channel, what we are doing like in the, you know, near future and also like the more long term future. And we'll talk about that like for like half an hour or more, I don't know. I don't exactly have an idea how long it will take. Or we do some piano. Because I feel like I'm a bit more comfortable right now. So what do you want? What do you want first? Do you want to talk about the channel or do you want like the piano first? This won't be very long, I'll probably play 1 or 2 pieces, not much more. Scuba Miyabi, oh my god, they are pushing for... I can't get over all this motion, me neither. This is like, I'm living the dream right now. This is crazy. I don't know if, I should probably like, when I'm talking like this, I should probably like put OBS like this, so I can, oh wait, I was thinking about that also with a model. That's the thing I wanted to show you first. Let me go back to this. Okay. One thing I wanted to say is that like I think the resting face, you know, for my model, it has to be a little bit happy, else it's a bit too crazy for stream, you know. And on the internet, I think my initial let's say resting face, and the one that I like the most is this. Let me change things. But I think it's a bit too like serious for stream. But I'm not like completely sure I want to change that or not. It's like, you know, if you prefer one over the other, like I'm happy to take your opinion as well. So this is my normal face with this model. As you can see, like it is smiling a little bit naturally. The one I really like personally is this one. But I fear it's a bit too serious and a bit too cold for streaming. Like it gives this like sterner, you know, exactly, teacher, or like your sister is not really happy about you. You're disappointed teacher. When you're in serious mode. The disdain. I need to make like a trigger, a toggle, so I can like go from one to the other, like, but I need to do that at some point. You like both. Okay. So if you like both, I'll keep that in mind and we can like switch between the two of them. Like, I do understand that, you know, some people want to be scolded in here. I'm not surprised, to be honest. you degenerate. But yeah, okay, let's go back to the happy face though. I think it's like a little bit better for the debut. I'm trying to look like a respectable person here. I mean, you know, I've been simping over myself for like the past 2 weeks, so I do understand. Okay, so very nice. That's what I wanted to show. Everything is moving so much. Let me go back to this. She's a giantess. What is going on? Okay. This is not good because no chat will try their hardest to get the stun me Abby reaction. I mean, you know, respectfully, I think like Ellie will get the stun reaction a lot. Respectfully. Can't be acting unwise at this stage. Give me at least 1 more year until I can get a bit unhinged. You can. Feel free to, you know, like I think it's alright. I just ate my homework. It's like, you did your homework, but like you're like shredding it like in front of me so you can get stunned, right? Where's Ellie is probably like, you know, either in the forest or baking things. It's alright. Okay, so I did not check. Do you prefer like piano or like talking about the channel first? And please, you have to choose at some point. You cannot be just like whatever. Your teacher needs you to make a choice. And then if you do, I'll tell you that you're good. You vote yapping first. Can I do polls? How do you do polls in this? Oh, no, I don't want to do polls. It's like... just type in the chat. I'm too lazy for that. I'm your Thai teacher. No, I'm your Thai teacher. I don't want to do a poll. Unless, like, you know, a mod is setting up a poll. We're not like 20 of us right here. You can just write your thing in the chat, and like I can count your hands in the air. Don't worry about it. Piano first. It will be like 10 minutes of piano, right? I don't want to do much more than that because I will get nervous if we do too much. And we have a piano stream later, by the way, this week, so we shouldn't do too much piano here. Thank you, Sky, for being like the class representative. I did treat myself some candies a bit earlier when I went to do some groceries. I'm going from like being a librarian to being a teacher. I think like this model is making you feel things that you should not be able to feel, probably. You've never been to a piano stream. Crazy. I really did aid your nervousness, because I'm a bit that too for no reason. Are you nervous for no reason? 1 hour of closer face in silence. I can do that, like. With stern face. I can't do this, like you're making me look too much. Now I can do my homework. You need You need your teacher like next to you, like you need to be in detention. Is that what you mean? Is my entire chat like so, you know, down bad that you want to be like in detention for 3 hours with me? Oh my god. You bad and naughty kids. Actually, do have homework that needs to be done. I mean, we'll have also like a bit more, but we'll talk about that in the yapping section. Okay, let's do some piano then. I will ask you though to give me like a few moments so I can like set up my piano because like it's not ready yet. So please, I'm coming back soon. Is it working? Are we good here? Can you hear me? Can you see me? What were you talking about? I just arrived, seen so many weirdos on the internet to feel comfortable just being unhinged off the bat. I'd like to ease myself into a position where I won't be seen as a weirdo. I don't think you have been like, you know, how can I say that? You're not exactly new to the stream, is what I mean, right? I think you've been here like for quite some time now, so it's okay. Don't worry about it, is what I mean. You have my authorization to be a little bit more unhinged if you feel comfortable doing so. You are used to being a teacher's pet. I mean, you give this vibe, you know, as a fellow teacher's pet, you do give this vibe. And yeah, I'm happy that you feel comfortable, and I hope that everybody feels comfortable here anyway. I'm not afraid of you being weirded out by me. I mean, I'm not. Okay, so this is kind of like the who is by the way sending me like messages on stream. Okay, see, this is the piano scene, by the way. So we are trying a new VST. I've been like playing with like piano tech for a little bit. I think it sounds nice. I'm pretty happy about like the settings that I made. I should still try to like change that a little bit more to give like a more like performance, like in the crowd feel to it, but I think it's still pretty good. So first of all, please tell me if you can hear what is happening in here. If you cannot, then I'm completely cooked and we don't know what we're doing. I think maybe it's at the wrong side of the. I mean, you need to be able to see like the keyboard a little bit, right? Piano, okay. Is the sound also like not too? Do you want the sound to be like a little bit like louder for the piano or not? Is the question. If it's okay, then we can start. I'm extremely nervous now. Like the nervousness just came back like entirely. I'm losing it. I'm currently in ghost mode and I'm haunting the piano. What do you mean? Like I'm literally on the right side, no? Are you all crazy in this chat? I'm literally on the right side of the piano. I mean, I've put like the keyboard like visualizer like below so you can see, but like if you want to see like the backstages, yeah, this is 2 camera, right? Because like there's that like okay, it's ugly because you shouldn't be able to see that normally, but like this is like how it works. I think the volume is fine as long as you want. I'm gonna play the famous Divo sax. No, you can see on the top left. I cannot like move my hands, but you can see like there. On the top left, we'll play the main theme from Clair Obscur. The main theme of Clair Obscur, by the way. This is the arrangement by. Let me check on my files. This is the arrangement by who are you? Who are you? By Sebastian Scaff. So yeah, we're playing Alicia. And maybe we'll play like some Dragon Quest if I feel like it. But I did learn Alicia in like less than a week just for this stream, by the way. So I hope you will enjoy it. And I hope I won't choke entirely on it, else I'll stop the stream. If I'm choking on like the song, the piece, then I'll just like shut down the stream and this is over. Okay, so let me prep. Let me breathe and then we'll go. Pretty good. Pretty good today. You should play that game. This is very good. I need to continue. Amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to learn like a little bit more of like Clubsco at some point, but like I was so very busy, unfortunately. So it will come in time, but like please stay patient. Stay patient. Oh, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. There will be some piano, some more piano on what did I? Oh, I mean, I did. I did. I should not do that. I know I shouldn't do that. So let's go back to chatting first. I just like exited like FL Studio. So this is kind of cooked. So if we do some more piano, I'll just like I need to like boot FL Studio again. Did you warm up before stream? Does playing piano require warming first? I only play brass, so I don't know. I did play a little bit this morning, twice, to like kind of like warm up for that. But I did not play like immediately before stream. I play like this morning. So, do you need warming up? Probably. I mean, it's good to at least warm up your hands a little bit, but that you can do like anywhere. It doesn't really matter, right? You just have to do like a little bit of like stretching with your hands. But to be fair, I've been playing the piano so long that I don't warm up anymore. Like I just go like this, and we are at the beginning of fall, so it's not too bad here. If we are talking about like cold hands, so yeah, I just played a little bit this morning, and I played also like a lot those last few days. So I feel like I'm still like in the zone compared to like when I'm kind of not playing piano for like several weeks and stuff. So we'll play some more piano obviously on Friday. This is like a piano stream, piano/yapping. You know how it works. We'll play like a little bit of piano and then we'll talk together at the same time. You can take this opportunity to like work if you have things to do, things like this. This will not be like a sort of like recital, right? Like this right now is something that I learned a lot. Like I spent hours learning that like last week. What we'll do on Friday will be like sight reading and stuff. So this will be like a bit more scuffed, but also because like I don't have like the time to learn an entire set of pieces and stuff just for stream, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean this is kind of the thing with piano, right? And with like music in general. It's like ideally if you're like serious with like playing music, you should like work every aspect of like playing at the same, to keep them at the same level. You should learn like some sort of like formal performance, but also like learn to sight read. And you should also learn to improvise. Maybe less if you're a classical musician, but you should learn them so that they are in similar level. Unfortunately, I do not. I am bad with sight reading in general. So yeah. I think I got inspired to do something. I'm glad if you're inspired watching the stream. But yeah, piano is funny. This piece, what was very hard was like the three voices during the bridge. It stumped me for hours, but yeah. I want to talk a little bit about what we'll do in the next weeks and month on the channel though. Just to keep you appraised of like the overall planning. Will I be posting reference? I need to do that, yes. I wanted to post like something earlier, but unfortunately, my artist sent a sort of like, you know, showcase that was like very. It had like my other persona, you know, mentioned on it, which was like a bit weird. So I'm like, I need to do like a showcase myself. So I'll be posting references, or at the very least, if you want to do like something for you, I can send you like references. If you want to do something in particular and you need certain things, please like just send me in DMs what you want, and I'll send you screenshots and stuff to you know, accommodate for you. Also, we talked about that. Let's talk about this first because it's important. I know I did an announcement like 10 days ago, something like this. I'm merging in some ways my personas, right? If you have checked on like the Discord server, like you have like two Miyabi accounts. One is like the previous one, and one is my main account that I use like for work and stuff. Um, so it's like a bit, you know, weird, quote unquote, because like you have kind of like access to like my other persona through the account that I use on the library. But also that's what I said on the channel, on the announcement. I don't mind too much as long as you know, don't mention who I am when I'm Miyabi. Don't mention like the other person that I have. I'm doing like a lot of things outside of like streaming, be it like personal or professional projects. It's kind of the same thing if you. I've been doing things also like on 14, on Final Fantasy 14. If you know me for some reason from here, from there, you don't know me. I mean, you know me, but you don't know me, right? It's like I'm Miyabi. I'm just Miyabi here. Even if we play together on like 14 and stuff, for a very particular, you know, activity on 14. So what I mean is like, May, if you want like some reference and stuff, send it to like the account that I'm using like nowadays. That I'm using now. So not the old one that you had in your friend list, but like the new one that I'm using. And I'll be happy to, you know, and you can send like a friend request as well, but like I'll be happy to answer you there. This is not like an invitation for the rest of you, by the way. I do that because like I think, you know, May is a creator as well, and we have been like kind of hanging out a lot on streams lately, so I don't mind doing this. There is no alter ego. What is a 14? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that's basically this for like the reference kind of thingy and like privacy stuff. Again, if you want to read more about that, just go read the announcement that I made on the Discord server. I think my DM requests are open anyhow. I'll send you like something then. I'll send you like a message after stream. Okay, let's talk about like what we are doing in the future then. As you may know, I have a little fondness for like rivers, a little obsession, some people would say, for the past years. I did one video on that before Miyabi. I made like a video essay, but it's in French, and it was meant to be like a series of like 6 videos or so about like the Sumida River and rivers in Japan in general. But like I'm repurposing this project into something for the library. So we're kind of like starting new from here. So the big plan is like trying to output a little bit more like long form video, or at least like traditional videos on the YouTube channel. The idea would be to do like some sort of like long form videos on rivers. The first one is about fishing. I talked about that a lot, fishing in Japanese video games. The script is almost finished. We're almost there. It's already like too long. It's like 25 pages long. So we are looking at like a 40-minute video, but that will be released hopefully like at the end of the month, if not like October, depending on how busy I am and like, you know, my health and stuff like this. So this will be like what the really long form, like a Live of Their Books video that I want to output like, you know, pretty often if possible. Maybe they won't be as long as this one, but we just don't know. The other thing that I want to do in terms of like videos, because I want to do this pivot into like educational content, will be some sort of like reviews and stuff. The videos on Rivers, obviously, we're talking about Japanese video games. And we're in this situation where it's, how can I say that? It's like very time consuming because we're exploring multiple games at the same time, right? I need to basically talk about like 1 million games. I need to give like historical context. Like it's very time consuming, and the standard of quality that I have are very high. So it takes some time. Like right now, to finish like writing about the script of the video, I need to actually read an entire book to make sure of certain details, and the book is like 300 pages long. So you can imagine that it's a little bit time consuming. So besides like those videos, there will be like shorter videos. I'm thinking about like maybe doing like game reviews, not necessarily just talking about, oh, was the game good or bad? I think it's like pretty uninteresting for the library. But maybe taking games that are like interesting because of their theme, their setting, and be like, oh, it can, you know, help us start a discussion about like other things. If you have been there like a few months ago, I think, we played Cosmology of Kyoto, right? So there was like this game where basically presenting the folklore and mythology of like ancient Japan. And I think it was like a very good video that we could have made just to, you know, talk a little bit more about the game. More like a literary analysis of the game, kind of like a literary analysis, a sort of like maybe, you know, scientific or like humanity field analysis. So yeah, and you have to read an entire book, and it takes only 3 hours. I mean, this is kind of the thing, right? I'm expecting like it will take probably like 2 hours, and then I just need to write a few things. So like in 3 hours, it will be done. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a choice. I need to read fast. There are so many things to read. Getting educated for free, yeah, that's the point. That's the point of the library. Like again, you can support the channel if you want, and I do appreciate it a lot. And you know, I'll keep things as transparent. Money will only be used like for the stream to you know, improve the stream or like to fund research. Nice, yes, thank you, but not thank you. I mean, you know them, and I hope that you're doing okay today. I've seen your message. I'll answer to you later. Yeah, that's kind of the point of the library. Knowledge is free here. You can support the channel if you want, but like every content that is kind of like educational content will be free. I think like that's the, you know, biggest point of the library, and I really want to embrace that in the future. I want to play less games in some ways and talk a little bit more about, you know, topics that I do enjoy or that I do find interesting. So that will be that. So yeah, literally analysis of games or just books or whatever. I need like some shorter videos is what I basically mean. The other thing that I want to do, obviously, is the series of lecture. I mentioned I wanted to do like the same thing as we kind of like did in the past like months, and especially like the Mooming video. I think that was like the best one. The Mooming lecture live. I want to do more things like this, but I want those to be like less random. I want to have like a series of lectures that have a progression and kind of like make sense in the long term. So what I want to do is like a series of lectures of like probably like 12 lectures over the course of like an entire year on like a specific topic. I talked about that like before the break and stuff, the summer break. The actual topic will be food in Japan. So we'll take a look at the history of food in Japan through like various perspectives, right? We'll talk about what Japanese love to eat, how their diet has changed, but also what do people think in general when we talk about food in Japan. We'll talk about healthcare, we'll talk about agriculture, we'll talk about rice, we'll talk about convenience stores, kombini. We'll talk about all those things to have like a better idea of why food is such an important topic in Japan, not just as like, oh, it's a touristic attraction and stuff. And I can put also some music back because it's a bit awkward. Not just talk about like thing in a very like a touristic perspective, but also like give you a better understanding of Japan as a whole, and then you can try to kind of like apply that to other countries and stuff. I think like when we'll talk about like kombini, I think they exist like in many more countries, and you can like try to make comparisons to like in your country how are kombinis like working, and did that change like in the past like few years, decades? And I think it's also always like very interesting. So this will be live, and over the course of like the following year. The thing is, I'm running like a bit late on the prep for those things. Unfortunately, I've been spending like a lot of time on the river video, on the video about fishing. So I need to take more notes. I don't think this series of lecture will begin before the end of October. I'll keep you appraised, obviously, but we just don't know yet. The mooming video was very good. I think like this was kind of like the it's kind of the new standard of what I want to do like on the channel. I think it was fun, and we kind of like engage people by talking about something they wanted to talk about. I have not forgotten about like the mooming movie night or whatever we planned. It's still in the books. I've just been like so busy lately, I'm sorry, but it will be here at some point. Rice and 7-Eleven, yeah, basically just that. Life is amazing and I love it here. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. I could help set up if needed. We'll talk about that. Like I really want to do it like at some point in September. I think it's important to do it because the planning will change a little bit. In this particular week, we are streaming 3 times, just because I felt it was important to like stream a bit more to get back to it. If you have been here like since the beginning of like the stream in late January, you know that like one thing we tried to do was to get some consistency in like our schedule. We try to stream always like at this hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we try to have like as much variety as possible to keep things entertaining to some extent. I think it worked. I mean, to some extent it worked. I think it was interesting, but I don't think it's what I want to do like on the long term. So you should expect some sort of like reworking of the schedule. Not necessarily in terms of like what day of the week we are like streaming, nor like the starting time. I think I do like this hour because it, everybody here has been used to that, and also like I want to keep my evenings free for like other things. But what I mean is that there will be less variety. I'll just do whatever I want on stream, and sometimes we will drop to like 2 days per week just because it's easier for me, especially as I have like so many things I need to work on with the videos, right? So I'll just basically be on stream when I want to be on stream, and I'll play whatever I want to play. I'll do some piano, we can yap, we can do like many things, but it will be more freeform. I won't stress too much over what we are doing. I told people at the beginning, I wasn't sure I wanted to play gacha on stream. We did try to play a bit everything, I think. Maybe not Genshin. We did just like talking over Genshin, right, lately. But I think it worked. For some reason, like the stream on like Star Rail and ZZZ were like the most successful stream like after I came back from my break. So I think we'll keep doing that like in the future to some extent, just because those are like easy games to have in the background and we can just yap. It worked, but I was so confused. Don't worry about it. I mean, the point is not the game, right? The point is just like we have like a support we can like talk over. We will have that like a little bit more as well in the future. I just don't know, you know, how regular it will be, but yeah. In terms of games, we need to finish a few games, right? I want to finish Trials of Innocence at some point, although I know it's long. Like the 2 last cases, they are long, so they will come when they will come. I just don't know. Dragon Quest, I think, is dead. Not like for me. I'll finish the game, but probably not on stream, because we won't have time to slot the game with a new schedule, probably. If we don't stream 3 times per week, it's kind of like... I'll send maybe, you know, updates on the Discord server. I'll do like some sort of like, you know, screenshot, like, you know, long play, and I'll just narrate like what happened in the game. You know, sort of, you know, just like journaling the adventure of like the redeemed Siggy and stuff like this. But yeah, I don't think we'll play like more of Dragon Quest 3 because I want to finish the game and we don't have time to do that on stream. I mean, this is kind of like the usual, right? You cannot finish all games on stream, especially those long games, unless we are doing like streams that are like, you know, 7 hours long, but this is kind of like not the point of the library also. I don't want to, you know, overextend my welcome, and you have like also a life. I have a life, you have a life. You don't need me to stream like for 7 hours. And that's exactly why today, you know, this is my birthday stream, but like we're doing a very small stream. Like we are here for maybe, you know, 2 hours and a half, but like not much more. So yeah, although we will still play games, obviously, I still want to like make you discover weird games. This is like really not good for like my viewership because people are like, what is this game? We just don't know. And they never come. Sorry to leave early, but it has been a long day and I need to crash. Don't worry about it. And thank you for the wishes, Kelly. I hope that you are able to rest and we'll talk to you later. So I still want to play like those weird games just because I think they are interesting. I have like a lot in my list of games I want to play on stream, so look forward to it. The big attraction obviously is Silksong. We'll play through Silksong starting tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but like Namina Mabutsu, of course. We'll talk about Silksong like starting like Wednesday, and we'll try to finish the game on stream. I really want to play the game, and I'm really interested in what people are saying about the game, because you have like many people that are like, I'm not sure about that, but in my opinion, those people kind of like forgot what like the original Hollow Knight was about. You were not here like for the Cosmology of Kyoto stream, Sky, or were you? I can't remember. No, you were not here. You did not watch that, right? We had an NPC and we were kind of like stun locked on the NPC, and the NPC was like repeating that like over and over and over. And I think that was very funny. That was part of like the funniest moment on stream. I think everybody was losing their mind. So yeah, Silksong, like people I think are saying that the game is very difficult, and it's like there's some sort of like insane difficulty discourse on the internet right now, and I don't care about the discourse, right? We're not playing to participate with the discourse, but like I'm very intrigued in like what the game is trying to do. So we'll play Silksong and we'll try to finish Silksong, and you will be able to judge me for my gameplay, especially because streaming a game is literally a 50% debuff on your skills. I didn't remember where. This is like a usual, you know, kind of like, not usual, but like traditional Buddhist prayer wishes. So because obviously the game was set in like 11th century Kyoto, you had obviously this very big influence of Buddhism back then, since we are before like the fall of Buddhism in Japan, which happened like, you know, closer to the 17th, 18th century, especially during the Tokugawa, well, under the Tokugawa shogunate reign. Rule, but no, this is like ancient Japan, so that's why we had like a lot of Buddhist references. Very good game, by the way. I really love like cosmology of Kyoto, and like I encourage everybody to not necessarily play it, but watch a video on YouTube. This is very fun. About 1 hour into the cosmology of Kyoto. Thank you for checking the archive. So yeah, we'll play games, we'll discuss on stream, we'll just, you know, do weird things in a more relaxed environment. I want to talk more about like my obsessions with research. I want to talk more about rivers. Like the book I'm reading right now, the 300 pages book is about youth in Japan and their relationship to happiness. This is a very interesting topic, and obviously I won't be able to talk about like the entirety of it in the video, but like I'm literally reading the entire book, so I could like as well, you know, try to talk a bit more like on stream at the very least. Speaking of that, I want to show you something about like let me show you something about this book, because like it was very, very interesting, and it made me like very happy when I read that yesterday before going to bed. My God, this is really like a summer background music. Okay, can I have this? I don't know how to stream anymore, so please forgive me Abi being cooked. There's nothing, we see nothing here. There's literally nothing. Hi. Beach themes from Genshin Impact. I mean, we need like every type of vibes. I'm not changing, you know, I'm just adding new songs like to the playlist, but I'm not removing them, so. That should be that, there, sure. Okay, so I kind of like was reading like this book. There was like this very, very interesting passage at the end, and this was like in the afterword of the book, and it's such an interesting thing, because the topic was so the youth in Japan, and are they happy? How can they be happy in a country that is so cooked? Is basically the thesis of the book. Well, the question of the book. And like the researcher was like, it's so hard to really know, right? We can ask people, but like we can only access like a sliver of the truth. And it's like both very fun and very, not depressing, but very hard. Like, this is not like STEM when you do like your experiment and then you have like some sort of like, very factual result that you can like analyze kind of like immediately. You have just like an insane set of data in humanities, but sometimes we just don't know what to do with that. And so he said that like, yeah, research is still fun because like you can find data everywhere. Basically, like especially like in sociology, anthropology, which is like what I do, you just have to open your eyes, watch a little bit around you, and you will find like interesting things to talk about. And he said like the world we live in is so immense and complex that nobody can grasp the big picture. But if there is a silver lining, is that we have the ability through research to keep clarifying, to keep shedding light on this picture, even if only incrementally. Shedding light on my world, the world of myself and of the people around me, is a pleasure, and nothing would make me happier than to share this pleasure with more people. And then this crazy sentence at the end: shouted cries fall short of reaching another world. Because he's like, I'm studying like, Japan society, and maybe I cannot change Japan society with this book. I can just give like keys of understanding, but like this is not my book that will change like policies, right? So that's why like shouted cries fall short of reaching another world. We will not unlock like a better world just by doing research. But there are times when they resonate with each other, I believe. Just talking about research with other people, it's just like, it is creating some new meaning and some something precious to us all, to humanity and stuff. And I think like this is the spirit of the library. I was really thinking about that, about the library when I read that, and I was like, this is what we try to do: talk with each other, understand like phenomena together, and try to derive ideas. Maybe those ideas will not be implanted in reality because it's too big and stuff, but I do think that there is something great in talking about everything together, and there are so many things we can talk about in the library. I won't do like news coverage because I think it's like a little bit too much. But every time I will have like an interesting topic in mind, I won't, try to keep that to myself. I want to share that, and I want us to have like interesting conversations. You were reading a very indifferent book recently, and the author came to a very similar conclusion that really moved me. I think it's like, it's not the first time I had this idea myself, but like put that way, this idea of like shouted cries resonating with each other, it really moved me, I think. And like this I believe at the end, like this kind of like wishful, I believe it's so powerful. Like even beyond like, for me, it's not that there's a time when they resonate with each other. I think it's also like, but there are times when probably it's enough. There are times when you just want to talk with people. I'm living the humanities social science life vicariously through the library. That's the point. I think, the library is a library about humanities, and obviously because like I am specialized in humanities and in anthropology and stuff like this, but this is a library especially for knowledge, right? This is about knowledge. This is about life. And life is about like talking about people, what they go through. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not fun, but we should still talk about. And you have the crazy like soundtrack from like Genshin, the end of like the world quest of Natlan, to really bring, this speech to home. This is about like learning to live with each other, I think. And that's the goal of the library. I want to foster some kind of like discussion, and to prove that we can like always learn, even while having fun. I know that, I'm not exactly the most, let's call it like fun person to be around on stream, just because, we're here to be kind of like serious to some extent, right? It's not pure like chaos and all, but yeah, I want to create bonds. Like, you know, I'm a conduit. I'm only a conduit. If you become friends with each other, if you are learning things with other people or in your own, and that the library like kind of like was helpful for that, then we did everything. We did everything we needed to do. And that's kind of the same thing with the videos that will be released, right? It's like if one person learns something, probably it's already enough. The way we look at the world and then elaborate on how it changed us and how we in turn change it. Exactly. This is all about a symbiotic relationship. And it's us, the world, and like all the other people, right? Like we are not alone. It's kind of like, maybe that's also like the thing that is, you know, this particular like excerpt of the book is saying, and that I really enjoy, and also that I enjoy in the library, is that FF9, you are not alone. We all stand together in this. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes, you know, sometimes we drift apart, but like we are all travelers in life. And if we can like make a little bit of the road together, learn a little bit together, then it's worth it. Like whatever happens, I will never forget all that I have learned in the libraries, all the discussion that we had, because it was so good. And then someone else will build on top of this. Yes, we are always like, you know, preparing the field for people after us, and kind of like taking the work of people before us. That was the thing when I was like in master thesis, right? My topic was pretty new, and I did not have like a lot of resources for my particular like question to help me with. It was really like about getting a first shot at the subject and being like, maybe it will help people. You know, this is not a perfect thesis. I mean, it was very good, I think, but it was not a perfect thesis. But also, this is not the point. The point was like, I did it. I put like the first stone, and you just have like to. We just need someone like to pursue the path that I started to, you know, tread. It's really something about connections and togetherness. Yeah. I will miss humanities. I mean, I cannot leave humanities. You know, I miss STEM to some extent, but like, I can do STEM for fun. Humanities is my life. It doesn't pay. It's like the worst thing you can do right now in this economy. But I need humanities. I cannot live without them. I need to talk about language. I need to talk about culture, about anthropology, about things, and I want to share that. And you know, not everybody will be receptive to it, but at the very least, I'll try to have fun, and I'll try to teach people things. And my endgame projects, my dreams that should not be mentioned here, they're still, you know, related to humanities. I do not want to give that away. Your fun though, and I mean everyone here, this shared passion, enthusiasm, and eagerness is just a different kind of fun. I mean, it's true, right? It's true. We had this discussion already, I think, on the stream. It's like, it's very easy to get filtered by this stream. But at the same time, if you are kind of clicking with it, I think, like, you know, you will stay here for quite a while. Because it's like very weird. Unique, maybe. But I like what we managed to do here. Might not be a Gremlin gamer kind of ambient, but it's not even a bit less fun because of that. It's just a different kind of fun. I mean, exactly. We were just trying things. Also, like I'm just being myself, right? I have like many obsessions, so I just do weird things. This is still like on the back burner. This is like a project for my other persona, but like I have like manga that I need to review. Maybe I talked about it on the Discord server, I can't remember. I'll do my review like on my other persona, but we'll talk about like those manga also here because I think it's interesting. And yeah, I want to make people discover things. Also, while I'm talking about that, there is like a festival of like visual novel games coming like later this month, I think, like at the end of the month. And it's about like queer visual novels. And content creators could apply for this to kind of like get, beta keys or whatever for games. There's no guarantee that, we will have like anything to play with or whatever. I kind of like applied for some like Yuri games, or, if there happen to be some. But I want to do more things like this also, like introduce or like help share works that I find interesting in this, particular setting. So maybe at the end of the month, in like early October, we'll play like Yuri visual novels. Who knows? At the end of the day, we cannot separate ourselves from our subject of study like natural science do. So we always end up putting a bit of ourselves in our passion when studying our subject. I think it's very true. It's very, very true. I mean, like, I dream about rivers every day. You don't know how traumatized I am. Every time I check like a Japanese work and I'm like, oh, I see water, I'm starting to sweat. And obviously, like, I have like a very distinctive, let's say, obsession with that. If you follow me on other platforms, like I'm retweeting things about like rivers, kind of like always, every time it shows in my feed and stuff like this. So yeah, there's something personal. I want also to talk a little bit more. I mean, the library is not, let's say it again, the library is not, it's for adults, I think. But it's not like exactly not safe for work. In the sense there won't be anything, horny, let's say. Let's call that horny on stream. I don't want to do that on stream, obviously. And if people want to do that on their stream, it's perfectly fine and there's no problem, but you won't find that. Although, I do want to say that I want to talk a little bit more about like not safe for work topic. Especially, with the whole like visa thingy happening in the crackdown on like not safe for work content, be it like from like payment processes, but also like YouTube lately that is like hiding a lot of things from people. If check also your YouTube, by the way, feed, you need to disable like the restricted mode on your profile because it will hide you like a lot of videos that are often, leftist coded or like LGBTQ coded. So check your YouTube like settings. And I want to talk about that more. I think like it's important right now to make a stand. And it's not that I don't enjoy like not safe for work. I do that like on my own time, like everyone. But I think we can at least talk about this, like, explain that it's important to stand up for certain things. And I've been like in communities lately that are, very close or adjacent to like not safe for work content. And I think they are very important. They are very important because they can foster a better relationship with like, sexuality, identity and stuff. And I think it's important to stand up for that. So we'll talk a little bit more about all those questions in the coming weeks, months, whatever we are trying to do with our stream. Honestly, this community we've built over the past half year means a lot to me. It means like a lot to me too, I'm extremely happy when everyone is here to hang out. I think we have always interesting discussions and I want to keep us having interesting discussion. I don't want the vibe of the stream to change. I think this is like the very important thing for me, We have the 2.0, but at the end of the day, I don't think it will change much. Just by having like a better model, I don't think like, much will happen. probably because like the vibe of the stream is very, again, not the usual gaming content. So yeah, I'm very happy to have you here. I've only been here for a month, but plus two, again, you're part of the community. Don't, undersell yourself. I will say people think they are separating themselves from the subject in STEM, but that's the whole thing about like, STEM being some sort of like objective science and stuff. It's like crazy. We'll talk about Yuri a bit more. I've been like, I've experienced a lot of Yuri lately, is what I'll say. It's only Monday. It's only the first stream of the week. Or to acknowledge, yeah, it feels nice to acknowledge that, like, yeah, you will have like a lens, your own lens to see the world. But that's why like discussion is important, because it helps us like see other perspectives. It's like how school divide grades by age and groups. Kind of, to be fair. I mean, it's like, obviously it's like necessary to some extent. Who is calling me? Literally, somebody is... Oh, you can hear that, no? I'll take the call. Please be nice. Yeah, okay, I mean, let's not talk about this call. It was nothing bad, but like it was a bit, people calling me to, wish me a happy birthday, but like, yeah. Sorry. We can talk about those important issues without being horny about them. Yeah, exactly. I think like you need to stand like at some point, like we cannot like as individuals, I think, make a red line about like what we find comfortable and uncomfortable, because it's just like subjective and we cannot decide what we want to ban or what we cannot ban. So I've been in like pretty, interesting communities lately. This is like not your average, vanilla kink, let's say it very, openly. It is political, like, sexuality, those things, this is political. So to choose to not stand for it, like, it says a lot. At the end of the day, you have to stand for like those things because they are important, like, right? Like, for example, there's the whole situation with like BL, boys love, in Asia especially. Let's talk about Asia. It's also the case like everywhere else in the world, but East Asia, to make it simple. We know that like BL, it's really something that is read and also like written by women, right? And you can say, oh, women are like literally, enjoying like gay content, gay between like two men. Isn't that a bit wrong? Like, isn't that a bit like crazy? But at the same time, it's like, we need to put that in the context, right? It's like, we're talking about like countries where the exploration of those like sexualities is made illegal. Like, there's in China an insane crackdown, again, like writers, and again, mostly women writers that are writing about like both boys love and girls love, and it makes things difficult. So it's just like situations that where you need like a blanket support, because that's the least we can do for now. and then we can like try to affine things. But like, as much as some things are not making me like a bit uncomfortable, like I'm not for banning them, right? I'm not for banning them just because like if we allow that, then everything falls. The line is falling entirely. Don't think so. Yeah, nothing is not like nothing is like apolitical. Again, it's just like what you choose to not consider as political because it is more comfortable. Maybe a bit of a tangent. If you study music theory, history, the biggest advancements in pushing what is and isn't considered music came from writing what is considered against the rules. I mean, exactly. Like, there's this situation where, like, music history, especially like if you have like a classical education about it, it's very codified, right? And it's still very codified nowadays because there's such a like a Western tradition about it. Just like the idea of like tonality is such like a Western mentality, and we're trying to get rid of that, but so many places are trying to resist. If you like listen to some sort of like international competitions and stuff, you will have a very antiquated and also like conservative approach to music that is oftentimes like non-historical. Like the idea, for example, for piano of like playing as the music sheet is like showing you, this idea is like very, very new. If you take like Chopin or whatever romantic player, they all improvise. They won't play things the same way every time. But nowadays, because of some sort of like reaction, this is deemed like unacceptable. And if you deviate from the score, most of like the Western, I mean, most of like the classical world in competitions will kind of like rule you out immediately. And this is why I think like classical music, when it comes to like international competitions and stuff like this is a dead end. This is a dead end. Because it's so happy to stay in its own line without trying to explore new things. And I do think that like the next horizon for like classical music is something like Genshin Impact. It's about like fusion. It's about like blending genres together. It's about like making connections between different regions and trying to like understand music as a more holistic practice. And this is going against like the rules. Yeah, I think like again everything is political to some extent. And obviously we can like try to ignore that, and sometimes it's okay. But again, it also says a little bit about you when you're trying to ignore that. Again, you don't need to be always political like 100% of the time if you're just enjoying things in the moment. But I think like in hindsight, when you're like thinking back about like certain things, I think it's good to have like a sort of like quote unquote political like lens on what you enjoyed. My cultivators, I mean, and boy loves cultivators, I think it's alright, but like I'm trying like to find, you know, lesbian content, girls love content in China, and it's like it's impossible. Finding cultivation novels, lesbian cultivation novels in like in China, impossible, literally impossible. The movement to classical ballet to modern dance to contemporary dance illustrate this pretty well on dance history too. And again, like you can blend different genres together. It's like you can take contemporary dance and like introduce some elements from classical. And I think this is like the very best thing for me. There's this wonderful like study I read like a few months/years ago about like music in Japan and the revival of traditional music in Japan. And this is very funny because it is linked to identity. It's like you have like those like musics, those tunes that were like known in villages, and then you would have like people from the city going to those villages and trying to replicate them, like for radio and TV and stuff. And you could say, oh, this is like terrible because like they're kind of like stealing the heritage from like local places. But at the same time, they're like reinventing things and they're keeping this tradition alive in some ways. And I think it's very, very interesting to see that music is indeed like very fluid, and that there is like a sort of like linear history to some extent, but also that nowadays, especially with like globalization, especially because it's so easy to get access to music, you will have like genres that will blend very smoothly. And I think like video games, and especially video games, this is a media right now that is pushing things the most in terms of like genuine diversity of genre. There's a partner video to the Undertale music video that I put on the music channel, where the musician in the video that mostly does covers with himself playing a lot of different instruments explained that the great thing of having a big orchestra is that everyone has a different style, and those tiny differences make a piece have more depth. Yes, exactly, because just swapping one or two players, it will make like a big difference on like the overall sound. Swapping the conductor, this will make like an impact in terms of like how people are behaving and stuff. And the big, I think, strength of like orchestra is like, this is not perfect. You will never hear a perfect interpretation of like a song. There will be like mistakes, there will be like some sort of like defects, quote unquote, that are giving like life to like the music. And I think like this is like very, very interesting to listen like to those like live renditions, recordings where things are not perfect, because sometimes it sounds better that way. Imagine to fit the entirety of human experience into a box. I mean, that's kind of like what the text here is saying, right? Is that the world is so immense and complex, nobody can grasp the big picture. We can try, I think, and we should try, but like, we're learning every day. We're learning every day. Music is about stealing from fellow musicians. It is. It is. I call that conversation. Music is like an endless conversation with yourself, but also with other people. Williams was inspired by Holtz, who was inspired by Purcell. Completely. Again, like, we stand on the shoulders of a giant. And that's kind of like what we want to do, right? We want to create pathways for the people after us. Stagnation is boring anyway. I do agree. Stealing implies that you just copy without adding your piece. I mean, that's why it's a conversation, right? Like I think that's something, and especially like that people that are, we are getting to this topic again, but like people that are using AI, they don't understand. They don't understand that art is a struggle. But it's this struggle that is making it worthwhile, because you're adding something from you. It's like from the pain there was in like practicing, drawing, writing, changing things, learning, whatever, you will add a piece of yourself to the final work. You add a soul. If you're using AI, you are adding nothing. There's no purpose. There's no added value here. you've done nothing. You have done effectively nothing as a human being. Oh, but I wrote the prompt. Yeah, but like, this is not like the final work, so it doesn't matter. And well, you just stole from, you know, from everyone else. So I think when you're like an artist of some sort, be it like a writer, musician, painter, drawer, whatever you want to be, you know what it means to create art, right? This special moment when things are clicking, when you see like something not necessarily beautiful, but something interesting, like coming from the depth of like the struggle that there was in like doing your art. And this is not necessarily like a painful struggle, right? But this is still a struggle because you're creating something new, literally new. And I think this is like the big thing with like the AI discussion, where like you cannot convince people because like it seems so obvious as an artist that like you want to do things yourself because like it's the only way to make it worthwhile. But with people that are convinced that AI is good, it's like they're convinced that they cannot learn to do this. Oh, I cannot draw, I cannot write, I cannot do this, so I need like a tool to help me. Nobody could do that like when we began, right? You need to go through like the difficulty of everything. But they just don't understand what's the point of art, I think. They don't understand like the result is not like the point of art. And I think it's like why it's so impossible to have discussions, because we are just talking about two different things. Is the whole anti-intellectualism behind AI? There is the right-wing baker that wants the destruction of art. Exactly. Because art is also subversive, right? Like the subversive power of art is something like intolerable. So that's why like you have this crackdown on like, you know, not safe for work, but also like LGBT content, because like, what are you putting in the minds of like our children is basically the discourse, right? We don't want that, like not on my side. And art is by virtue something that is dangerous for like conservative people. And yeah, there's no real way out of this except like to fight for the entirety of art as a line and not letting, you know, part of it falling. I mean, we can talk about that. Like I was into what we kind of call like mexploitation, which is a genre that kind of like got a revival in the past years, like in the past 2 years after the release of like a more Armored Core 6, with this idea that like you have this dynamic between like a pilot of a mecha and like their handler. And you have like a power dynamic, right? And this power dynamic is, you know, there's a training aspect, there's like a degradation aspect, there's like power control aspect, dehumanization aspect, objectification aspect, and so on. So it's a very, 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 very intense, you know, kink community and whatever. And there was like a sort of like drama, let's call it that way, lately, because somebody posted an article saying that this was a genre that is made by and for, let's say, trans women and / or lesbians. And this person was like, I don't see the point of like reading exploitation if there's a man here, right? You can enjoy that, but as a man, if you want, you can enjoy that. But like, I don't care about you. This is like the people that have like kind of like built this community are not men, so they're kind of like secondary in, you know, the whole thing about like this particular community. And you agree or not with that, it's fine. But I think it's very interesting because it shows that like this particular community is kind of like a nexus for certain identities to be explored. Through the violence of like what is depicted in the stories, you have also real discussions about like the nature of human being, the nature of like, you know, sexuality, of identity, of what it means to like belong in the world, to exist in this world that is so imperfect and that is so violent, with the people that have like an identity that is being repressed. It's about like finding joy in, you know, hardship. And that's why like this genre like appealed so much to those vulnerable people, to those like marginalized people. And I think this is like very interesting to me, because like I won't say it, you know, in any other way. Like when you read some of like those like fiction or like works that are published under like exploitation, this is fucked up. This is like literally fucked up. They're very, very hard to read. But at the same time, that's the point. That's the point of it. And it's helping people, you know, get better in some ways. And that would be like the first genre that would be like, you know, banned without any second thought. If like not safe for work or like children, you know, safety or whatever, online safety acts would pass. But we cannot allow that because it is inherently political, and there's a reason why it has been like made by and for, you know, women. So I don't know. Like it's obvious like that, you know, as much as people can be uncomfortable with not safe for work, it feels obvious to me that you have to fight for not safe for work right now, because we are at such like a critical moment when it comes like to art and culture on the internet. Okay, let me go back to what you wrote, because I yapped a lot. The more I struggle, the more joy creation brings when I get through it. Exactly. That's the point. The point of art is not the finished result, it's the process. ChatGPT, please write me a prompt I can use as a prompt. Exactly. There's no... You're not doing anything like as a user at the end. Like I hope the bubble for AI will explode soon. I mean, I think we're at a breaking point. Like there's like the ongoing, you know, class action suit by like, you know, authors to I can't remember the name of like the group, the AI group, but whatever. If they win, we're destroying AI. We're literally destroying like LLM immediately, I think. Just because, yeah, you cannot get away with this. You cannot get away with like building centers and then like illegal like power plants to like power your data centers or whatever. We are at a point where like I think like the AI bubble can break, and I think it will break. Even if you do something like a photo bash, where some people could consider less original, you're still choosing which pieces to grab and how to merge them. Exactly. Again, it comes from you. You have done the work. It's something that at the same time makes me sad and hopeful. We all have the ability to make art. It's something really intrinsic to the human condition to express how we perceive the world and life and feelings. Everybody can make art. The problem is that with, you know, the advent of like social media, you see people that are very talented, because that's what, you know, algorithms will push forward. You will see amazing art, beautiful art, that it doesn't matter. You don't have to make it beautiful for it to be art. It doesn't matter. As long as you find joy in it, then it's good enough. LLMs are professional bullshitters just like me. Are you an AI, Ellie? And welcome to the stream, by the way. I mean, you talked about it, but we are made to believe that art needs to reach a floor of mass appeal and skill, so we also learn that making mistakes is bad. Don't feel good about putting ourselves in the vulnerable position to learn and express ourselves. You should that's why you should find like small artist communities. Find people, you know, a little group of people that are very supportive and that is willing to learn together. Like if you do art, do not put that. I mean, you can do if you want, but there's no point, I think, in putting that in social media out in the world like this. Just find people, a close group of people that are willing like to encourage you into your thing. And I'm not even talking like, oh, share with your friends. No, don't share with your friends if your friends are not people that are supportive. Share with like other artists, you know, beginners or more advanced that are willing to, you know, be supportive with you. A small language model, by the way. Ellie, esoteric language locus. Yay! Yay! Also, all the times people go for not safe for work is just a dog whistle to target anything they don't like. Or do you mean like saying like, oh, we are banning not safe for work for certain things? Like we go after like not safe for work because we can ban like LGBT content, something like this? In which case, like I do agree with you. I will die on the hill of finger painting is peak arting. I mean, every art is peak art. In my book, as long as you do something that you enjoy, it's peak. Okay, look at this. Look at. Oh my. Ellie is coming in the chat and it's already derailing. She's crazy. We should not allow Ellie to come here and like this conversation makes no sense. This conversation makes no sense anymore. Ellie is the big tech disruptor. Sorry, Teach, I got carried away. No, again, like, you know, as long as you have fun, just have fun. I'm your Thai teacher. You know, I can teach when you are willing to be taught, but like sometimes your kids are just too naughty and there's nothing I can do. But that's the thing. Yeah, so kind of like the plans for the library, right? It's like I want to talk about all those topics. I think they are interesting. I think it's very interesting to get a better idea of the human nature, and that like includes talking about like those topics, which like for me, I don't mind doing this as long as we do it like in a very respectful way, is what I mean, probably. So that's basically the plan. That's basically the plan of the. I can be okay. I can be annoyed. I can be annoyed for you. Let me change that to. I think like, you know, especially nowadays where in the left, there has been like such unwillingness to take a stand on like not safe for work. That's the disappointing things that happened, like I think in the last few weeks, is that like some people were like, oh, you know what, like I'm fine banning like not safe for work content, so we'll not talk about like this fight because, you know, like it's making me uncomfortable, so I don't really care. I think it's a good thing at the end of the day. That was like a disappointing position, like I saw like on the internet a lot, with very few like creators talking about the topic. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You cannot be like a leftist and be like, I'm for like, you know, censorship of like not safe for work. This is crazy. So yeah, that's why like I want to talk a little bit more about that. Again, like this is not to mean that like I will talk about like not safe for work every day. Certainly not. But a little bit sometimes. A slippery slope, exactly. Like we shouldn't like, we should be aware that like what is happening right now is kind of like a critical juncture for everyone. Because like, look at me. I'm literally like, you know, sort of like insane kitsune on the internet. I'm the next one they want to ban. So you have obviously to stand for like the people that are, you know, in the front lines right now. I think it's like pretty clear, but like for some people it's not, so I don't know. Again, no, you know, fingers pointed at specific people. It's just an overall feeling that we had with other people in the past weeks, I would say. But yeah, I guess a little bit of chaos is also good for learning. It is, to be honest. Like again, like today was just, you know, a very, you know, casual day. It's not meant to be very serious. It's just like we always talk about serious topics. Is it not safe for work? Safe for what is she talking about? What are you talking about? Naughty Ellie. The more I look about this, you know, more like annoyed, resting face, the more I like it. Gay kitsune on the internet, they come for you. I mean, I'm cooked from day one. You know, I've never hidden the fact that I like women. It's cooked. It's cooked. And I think also like, sorry, but we kind of talked about that already. Sorry, I'm eating at the same time. We live like, especially we are in a community like VTubing where, you know, most of the community is kind of cooked. Not necessarily the streamers, I mean, right? But like the people watching, especially the big streamers, like you know they are not, you know. So we need to at least address the issues sometimes on stream seriously. I think like we cannot let VTubing being like, you know, a right-wing aesthetics is what I mean. No, I mean, okay, let's talk a little bit about that. The argument, how everything like devolved like lately, is that a group of like TERFs pressured payment processors to ban not safe for work content on market boards. So because of this pressure, payment processors like PayPal and Visa and Stripe and MasterCard kind of like forced places like Steam or itch.io to like remove not safe for work games. Else they won't be able to use their services. So you literally have like private corporations that are trying to like strong arm market boards to only show a certain type of content. The argument of this turf group was like, we want to remove basically like incest and child abuse content on those platforms. But this is also like a foil, because they want to remove that. They don't want to remove just that, right? They want to remove like everything that is LGBT connected, but like this is the excuse to their arguments. And so then you have like to address like the key argument, being like, what are we doing with those, kind of like illegal or like difficult topics, like, child abuse and stuff like this? The answer, I think, is very simple. Is that as an individual, you don't have anything to say. Like, you can be uncomfortable, towards that. I think it's like very fair. Those are difficult topics, but you cannot ban, for example, incest just from existing like this, because it's necessary to talk about it in fiction, right? You need to, it's like, if you cannot talk about incest in your work, this video is completely getting like demonetized or whatever, or just like banned from YouTube, by the way, surely. If you cannot talk about the topic, then how are you tackling it to like make something, politically charged? You need to be able to talk about it. Like, if you are yourself like a creator that has been experienced seeing those like issues, you want to talk about them like in art, right? And that's why you cannot, like, in my opinion, you cannot like draw a line about like what is acceptable and what is not, which is very different from, especially like fictional characters. I think this is very different from like the possession of like real life material, recordings and stuff and pictures about, incest or child content, which is like in fact illegal. But the depiction of like child, let's say, sexuality is not like illegal, because sometimes you need to, it needs to exist, right, to be able to tackle the issue. And the thing is, as an individual, as much as it means also like letting through the net some things that we are uncomfortable with. If you start like doing like your ban, if you start banning things, then it's just like the entire pyramid is collapsing, and we cannot afford that. It's kind of the point of the argument. So right now, you have a lot of people that are convinced by this argument, by the fact that like we need to stand for the entire line, but you have also a lot of people that are like, you know what, like those stuffs, they kind of like have a point, right? We need to ban those things. And you will see that like in some sort of like leftist circles as well. And it's like, well, not really, right? You cannot really say that. Because again, you are unfortunately opening like a door that will not stop just at what you want. You think people will stop at like where you are uncomfortable? No, they will never. They will go until they have banned like everything that is queer related, everything that is not like the, traditional heteronormative values and stuff. So yeah, let me try to discuss a bit with you. Let me see what you wrote. Let me enjoy my games and media with sexual themes. I'm an adult. I do agree. Games make people violent. Me, after playing like Silksong. I agree with everything you're saying. I think the key should be having a good filtering and tagging system. You don't want to see it, make it hidden for yourself. Exactly. And I mean, this is also the responsibilities of the artist. Like, this is also my problem with like Blue Sky. It's like, I do enjoy, all the not safe for work content I see on Blue Sky. Please, we have like things that we can use, like in Blue Sky that are helping us like not see not safe for work content. You should use your tags. Use your tags. Don't post like not safe for work content without tagging them, please. They should be like the bare minimum. There is a poem I was introduced to. Why is this? Okay. Two that fits this discussion pretty well, called The Garden of Love by William Blake. We can check that together because I don't have it in my head right now. So let me. This is not the right scene. So I went to the Garden of Love and saw what I've never had seen. A chapel was built in the midst where I used to play on the green. And the gates of this chapel were shut, and thou shalt not return over the door. So I turned to the Garden of Love that so many sweet flowers bore. And I saw it was filled with graves and tombstones where flowers should be, and priests in black gowns were walking their rounds and biting with brows my joys and desires. Exactly. I mean, you don't have to enjoy everything that is in this garden, but like gatekeeping it completely isn't doing nothing any good, unless you're like, let's call it like that, a fascist. So yeah, I completely agree with you thinking that like this poem is very related to our discussion. I've had some reasonable discussion of the erosion of kids' spaces, and there's also adult-friendly spaces have contributed to this quite a bit, which seems to stem from the advertisement-friendly nature of every space that want to stay up and running profitable. You need to talk a little bit more about that. I don't see your argument. I don't understand exactly your argument here, Ellie. The erosion of kids' space and also of like adult-friendly. What is adult-friendly spaces? I mean, it's just we need to cater things like properly. Again, like on Blue Sky, if you do not want to see not safe for work like things, you should be able to not see them. And until very recently, like I did my things like very cleanly, where I saw no not safe for work like content. I think it's like a collective responsibility, right? You meant more specific tags. I do agree. Like if we're talking about like also tagging certain like specific topics, like you have like, I don't know, the way you would tag like on Demburu or things like that, I completely agree with you. I think like, again, maybe you want to see some tasteful, not safe for work, pure eroticism, but you don't want to see like anything like explicit, you don't want to see certain themes, and I think it's totally alright. But yeah, people should tag things, but that's kind of like the good thing with Demburu, right? It's that you can like actually kind of like filter what you don't want to see, which is also a thing in like, if you go on like entie.org, you have also a very powerful tagging system that is kind of like helping you like select only what you want to see, and you can like easily exclude tags for certain content that you feel is too much for you, which is very good, I think. Again, we should be able to do kind of like whatever we want to do, as long as it's not harming other people, but also like you cannot force other people to watch what you do enjoy. She said the H word, by the way. Again, we can talk about this. Harry Dubois. But yeah, it's always about capitalism. I mean, it's capitalism and like, conservative values that are working hand in hand. again, the fact like right now today that like payment processors are able like to strong arm marketplace, this is crazy. This is crazy to me. They literally have like no authority to do that, but because they hold such like an immense power, they're able to do that. There was the same situation in Japan, to be fair, like a while ago. It's just that Japan has also like local payment processors that do not bend to those like kind of like you know, pressure groups. And that was the whole thing with Fentia, if you remember, like a few years ago, but whatever. But yeah, heterochromia, hydrodynamics. What are you trying to do? Like finding like the most like complicated H world? Hello, how are you doing? Do you speak in English? I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you for coming to the stream. And do I speak in English? I'm not sure. I don't think I do. I don't think I do speak in English, but if you want some English explanation, please ask my chat. They will translate everything for you. Most people go all their lives without realizing they have homochromia. Very sad. Very sadly. Hyperhumanizing. My chat is crazy. But yeah, I hope you're doing very well, Angela. Don't mind the crazy people in the chat like typing things. I just hope that you have a nice time. Yeah, it has been almost like 3 hours of stream. Let's talk a little bit about what we'll do like in the following days. So we said Wednesday, Silk Song. We're here for the pure pain, by the way. And then on Friday, it's like piano and yapping. We do partake on the Anglo-Saxon parlance. I mean, I could speak in French, but like, I think it would be very cursed. I mean, probably like at some point, you know, for the anniversary stream or whatever, we can do like a sort of like French only moment where like, you know, for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I only speak in French and you try to like decipher what we are doing. This could be fun. I don't know. I want to do like French, I want to do French content at some point, but I don't know how. French lessons, they are funny, but we need like, I need someone like on voice chat probably to make it like a bit more interesting. English is very very I don't know what you're writing. Well, they did the French history. Yeah, but that was like in English, not in French. They sure? Everyone starts speaking in their mother language and no one understands each other. I mean, okay. Let's be real 2 seconds. I have updated the rules, right? I have updated the rules below the stream, so please take a look at them. No, it's like, are you saying like English is very easy? Because if it's the case, like the romanization is not good. Okay, so if you check the rules like just a bit below, let's, you know, as much as we can try to joke a little bit about that, let's try to keep things in English, just because, you know, I can moderate things. If I do not know the language you're typing in, I just cannot moderate, and this is not a good outlook. So Japanese is fine to some extent because I can read Japanese. French is obviously fine because I'm a native, but like other languages, it's a bit complicated. I won't be disrespecting the rules. I know, but like I need to be your stern teacher. curse French, but it's all katakana streams. When Ellie, whenever you come here, the stream is like plunging into like pure chaos. Pure chaos. But yeah, also, by the way, since we're talking about like rules, I added like another rule. I think it's the third one. I can't remember. The rule about homework. Sorry. I'm really happy to talk about like, you know, scientific things and whatever, and history and anthropology. And I don't think it's the case for anybody that is like a regular on the stream. But no homework. No help for homework in this chat. I won't help you do your essay, your homework. I won't do a bibliography for you. I'm not paid for that. You should not listen to like a random like kitsune on the internet to do your thesis bibliography. So no help for homework in here. I'm really happy to talk about like what you talked about like in your lectures, in your classes, but I cannot do the work for you. We should plug Ellie into the LLM's model so it becomes so corrupted and unusable. I think she would solve everything immediately. Has anyone asked before? No, but like I kind of want to make things clear. Since we'll be talking a little bit more about like, you know, those serious topics. I just cut my legs. How do I make it a tourniquet? I mean, you just have to, you know, extend your arms very far ahead of you, and you hold your leg, and then you're just, you know, spinning onto yourself. How does blood work, Miyabi? It's like probably the hardest question of all time. I want to start a discussion on fluid dynamics. How is it called? Is it? Oh my god! Is it the Maxwell equations? Oh, I can't remember the name of them. I'm losing it. What's the name of the equation for like the unsolved equation for like fluid dynamics? Am I losing it? It's not Maxwell, or is it? I can't remember. Somebody help me. Maybe how am I gonna figure how to modulate from B? Oh, she cannot speak in English. B flat, sorry. B flat Dorian to D blues without help. And you know what? I cannot help you on that because like I'm a classical musician. So my music theory skills, kind of like jazz music theory and stuff, modulation, improvisation, I'm not good. So don't ask me about this. My ears? Stop typing in... What is she? What is... 英語を大変じゃないです。It's such a kind of like broken Japanese, but like understandable. So when my father blood and mother blood love each other very much, they get so infatuated they cannot do anything, and then your blood flow stops and you die. This is a sad life. This is a sad life. I mean, you know my specialty. Like, I'm happy to answer questions, though. It's just that I'm not an expert on everything. Just ask me about rivers, and yeah, I can like hold a conversation, not a conversation, a monologue with myself for like, you know, 6 hours. Don't go too, you know, out of my fields of expertise. How would you wear glasses, teacher Miyabi? I do wear glasses. Oh my god. Behind the stream moment, I do wear glasses. Miyabi doesn't, because like, I'm not like a very glasses enjoyer. to be fair, like I don't think, you know, I would be able to, I would prefer like contacts. Very ominous theme. Oh, because it's the theme for like Bennett. But I don't think I really enjoy glasses that much. Aesthetically. So just like put your glasses on your nose, I guess. I bet you have 2 missing alleles. Know that like Sigrid is like into like, you know, biology. This chat is like straight like swaying into like STEM biology like topics. I'm literally out of my, you know, specialties. Don't worry, I will enjoy glasses in your stead. I mean, I do appreciate like the glasses enjoyer. I think I've since I had glasses for like forever, I cannot like enjoy them. But you know, +2. If you yourself do enjoy glasses, +2. There was this whole rant from like Shirakami Fubuki-san, where she kind of like did an entire rant where she was like, we need to have like more VTuber models with like glasses. And you know what? +2. We could bring back the topic to philosophy, but I'm honestly amazed by the discussion. I mean, you know, it's like, it's also the end of the stream soon. So like, I'm happy to let them do like, it's like, you know, it's late in the day, the kids are like crazy, you go out in like the courtyard of the school and you just let them roam and run and be like a little bit stupid. It's okay. As long as they are not hurt, we can let them be a bit crazy. Glasses and black gloves that don't go fully on the arm. I think she has a type. Why do you need glasses? What is she talking? I remember back when I was a kid and went to take my first eye examination, the doc said my vision was very good. I was so sad that I didn't get to use glasses. This is crazy because you're not the first person to tell me this story, I think. I have like at least like 3 people, you know, in my life that told me the exact same story. I'm like, do you love glasses that much? I really know I have bad vision, so I can wear glasses. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I don't understand. I don't understand the... At a young age, you were like glasses peeled? How? Why? You need glasses, but you don't want to. You need to wear your glasses. You know, you only have like 1 pair of eyes. And you don't want to like hurt your eyes more than necessary. And also it's not just your eyes. You will have like, you know, migraines and stuff. Like, it's not good. Oh, I'm blind without my glasses. This is the problem. I mean, big up to like the blind people in chat, by the way. At least the one that have to put like glasses to see anything. And it's like this situation where sometimes like I'm losing my glasses, you know, because I can't remember where I put them before going to bed. And then I'm blind in my home and I'm like, when I wake up and I'm like, I just can't do anything until I find my glasses, but I don't know where they are. And it's so annoying. Confirm that watching Miyabi makes you blind. Blinded by light. The glasses turtleneck ponytail arc, but it seems a bit too mature. To be fair, like, I don't see necessarily the glasses, but the rest, like I do see the vision. I would like, you know, this is something yeah, I see the vision. I am myself not a big like turtleneck enjoyer. Not like I do enjoy seeing them on like other people, but not for myself. I do wear like shirts, you know, formal shirts and blouses. Can you believe it? Would bring that Moe gap. Oh, so true, so true, so true. Imagine May and like her new model is just like a very mature, well put turtleneck and ponytail model. It would be crazy. What are they? They're all again talking about Pokemon in chat. I'm losing it. The OL look +2. I mean, everybody loves like office ladies, right? I think office lady is also like, it gives also like one-san vibe, which is something that I personally do enjoy. Why is Vi coming here at this moment when we're talking about like ladies in suits? I'm losing it. Oh my god. She was looking for 2 hours and she waited for her moment. She waited for the OL discussion. I mean, I get it. You know, I mean, I know Sky, you have like your Shimbori Rudolph enjoyer. I see the vision so much. Office lady like Rudolph, oh my god. She was cooking. I mean, like, you know, I was thinking of like ending the stream, but like you are cooking so much that we need to talk a little bit more about that. We need to talk a little bit more about that. Like, I will be very honest. Like, I have like deep mommy issues. I mean, there's not much I can do like at this point in my life. But I will say the one-san issues. I see the vision. I mean, it's like I shouldn't speak. My lawyers are asking me to not speak. Where is our office lady cultivator Yuri? Oh. I mean, okay, you know, in like ZZZ, you have like the skin for like, you have the skin for Yijuan, right? And her skin is, she has such like, not office lady, because it's kind of like an evening, you know, body suit, dress, whatever you want to call it, but like, To quote Mystic Fox librarian Miyabi Mitsuhara, this got me acting unwise. I'll share some Shimbori Rudolph fan art a bit later. I mean, some people here know that I love her a lot, and I have quite a trove of fan art. I don't know. I feel it's like, I will be honest, if like by the end of the month we indeed have like a preview of like if we have a preview of like Yuri games, it's so over for the stream. It's so over for the stream. Like, I will be you know the futon sales of his lady. It's quite an expensive collection. I haven't checked like some Rudolph fan art for like a few days now. I think it has been like probably like a bit more than 10 days that I haven't checked, but like like the fan arts where you have like Shimbori Rudolph and like Air Groove. Oh my goodness. I just need to see woman, is what I mean. Okay, enough yearning. The new model really shows your enthusiasm. I mean, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm very simple, you know. Okay, let me even share that live. We need to check that together right now. It's important. It's for science. I'm afraid. It is for science. Let me. Let me check if I have like other things in. Wait. Let me check if I have like other things. I'm hiding it because like the trove is like too massive. You cannot see everything. Isn't this perfection? I think we reached like a point of perfection here. Can you see my girls? This is the library. This is, you know, what you have like in the back sections of the library. You have the entire trove. Only opens for certain days for certain people, but oh my god. There are things in there. Narita Bryan. I'm losing it. Wait, I surely have other things. In reality, is the front. Listen. If you watch this, how can you make like this picture better? It's literally perfection. It's literally perfection. Look at my girls. This is what the elders have been gossiping about. That's the arcane knowledge. The reserved, the forbidden section. It's forbidden for a reason. But like... And you know they want to ban that. They want to ban this. This is what we're standing for, you know? Surely, I have other things that are worth showing. I think I have issues. I have issues in my life. I never thought I would be fighting for an emperor, but here I am. I do agree. And there it is. Look at my emperor and my empress. Look at my queens. Oh my. I will be honest, I haven't played like Uma Musume for like a little bit. But everyone is crazy here, but like look at how like she's watching like Tokaiteo. Look at how she is watching over her girl. Crazy. Crazy. I can't. I'm mad. I'm mentally ill, I think. The absolute daughter. I can share things. Isn't this a bit too... can I show that on stream? I mean, this is safe for work, but... If you're mentally ill, then we are... Okay. The Uma will always be in our hearts. +2, to be fair. Just wanting to live Yuri lives +2. And there it is. The strongest ship of my life. Oh, it's making me so happy. You just shouldn't talk about Yuri live. It's making me too happy. I should be stopped. This is not... This is a bit too crazy. Do I have like interesting things on my favorite, by the way? Just you, please. Okay, I'll share that for scientific purpose, by the way. It doesn't mean anything. It's for purely scientific purpose. It is not about Uma Musume. It is not Uma Musume, but I need to share that. I won't comment. You have to make your own conclusions. And there it is. And there it is. I'm very normal. I can be trusted. I'm very serious. I'm very serious. Yeah, okay, no, that's basically it. That's basically it for like the 2.0 Redebut. I think we learned interesting things today. We've seen interesting things today. We talked about interesting things today. It has been enlightening, a very enlightening moment. I will say this is only the surface of the trove. This is only the most superficial section of the trove. There are many things in there. We shall peruse that like at a later point, maybe. Maybe we could do that, like end every stream on like some Yuri yearning. I'm just showing you like one artwork that is saved in the trove at every stream. And there it is. Oh, I need to hydrate, yes. So yeah, if we can play like Yuri games, you'll be like notified of it very, very early. I wish we can, because I mean, there are Yuri games that are interesting that are in my like Steam wishlist. So maybe I might want to go through them at some point. I don't know yet. But yeah, as I said, like a little bit less inhibitors on stream, I will be a little bit more myself, because I don't think like it's kind of a moe gap also, so it's pretty good. But that's basically it for today. I don't think I have any more yap in me, unless like you come with like another interesting conversation topic. Let me go back to like my happy resting face. Your team's inhibitor has respawned. Oh, they won't respawn like for quite a while. I mean, if you know me outside of stream, and we have talked to each other like lately, you know how cooked I am. So, yeah, I mean, okay, and listen to me. I like Hollow Knight. I like Hollow Knight, and you know, I like the first game. I played it, you know, very early to release. This is really a game I enjoyed. I played it again, I think like a few years ago. It was still very good. I did like the 112%. We're literally playing Hornet in Silksong. So what I mean is that I'm cooked. And I hope we'll be cooked together. Gonna cool down with a cold, refreshing shower. Yeah, that will be all. So thank you for tuning in. It was a bit chaotic. I think like we started well, and then we just devolved into like some sort of like pure chaos. So yeah, I'll be sure to send you a message, May, so you can like ask me for reference and stuff. Sky, I will send like other things from like Simply because it needs to be shared. But yeah, how did that happen? I wonder. I really wonder, Ellie. But okay, thank you very much for everyone that has been able to hang out today. It was very, very fun. I missed you a lot in the past 2 weeks. I know this was kind of like an improvised stream, very easy stream where we didn't do anything like a bit crazy, but I think it's also like the nature of the library is just very improvised. And bada bing bada boom, there it is, and there it is. I shouldn't like brain rot like on stream though. I think like it has to, the brain rot has to stay off stream. So yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday maybe if you're here for some Hollow Knight, for some Silksong, some pain. Thank you again for the nice wishes. It has been, I will say, a very nice birthday thanks to you. So I'll talk to you a little bit later. Thank you again for coming, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much.